that Jalen Hurts takes a lot, puts a lot of pressure on himself and everything. But when he's dropping back to pass as much as he is, how much do you guys kind of have to lift him up when things aren't going your way?
We always got to have his back, regardless of, the play call or whatever it is. We always got each other back. And that's the whole goal.
The interception looked like you had outside leverage. The ball looked inside. What actually happened there? Why did you slow down on the route?
I was just trying to really honestly knock the ball down and, not force a pick. But I kind of jumped a little too early, so, that's more on me than him.
Why did you feel like you had to knock it down?
Because the ball was kind of inside and, I was on the outside of him.
What is sort of Jalen's personality like in the huddle when you guys are down, 21 points and trying to make a comeback?
Just, next play mentality. That's for all of us. Play the next play and really try to move the ball.
What's this offense need to do to improve?
Be more consistent throughout all 4 quarters. That's the whole goal.
Why do you think it kind of took so long for you guys to get going after that first drive?
We wasn't as detailed as we were supposed to be. We wasn't, as mentally as detailed and sound as we were supposed to be. But so that's why, kind of flatline a little bit.
What was the game plan coming in? You guys want to get after?
Honestly, just move the ball. Put points on the board when we get in the red zone, score. Take 7 over 3. But if we can get 3, take it. Just keep points on the board.
Jordan, why do you think the slow starts and you pick up things offensively in the second half? Why do you think that's been happening the past couple of days?
I mean, just like us, we prepare as well, and the other team as well. And I feel like they came out, they knew what we were doing straight away, and so we just had to adapt. And it took us a little bit of time to adapt, but like I said, they do their homework too, just like we do, and we have to learn to adapt, and we have to learn to adapt faster. So yeah.
When there's only one running back carry, I know RPOs offset a little bit of that, but did you get a sense that because you guys are dropping the throw all the time, that those pass rushers at some points can just pin your ears back and rush the passer?
Yeah, I mean, we get plays like that, you just gotta, it's all instinctual. You just gotta react. And do the best you can to keep that guy in front of you and get the job done. Sometimes it doesn't go your way, but you just got to keep playing the next play.
Can you sort of explain the looks that they were giving that would force you guys to not run the ball?
We like to do a couple of the runs with the reads, and they kept, I guess, scraping the linebacker to protect him, to protect that backside, and pirating the D-tackle on the D-end, and it's making it extremely hard for Jalen to get a good read, and that's a couple of things that they were doing.
When Jalen's dropping back that much to pass, does it make life more difficult for the offensive line?
I mean, this is our job. At the end of the day, this is our job. We got to protect better as an O-line, give as much pocket time for our QB to do the right thing, to make plays. He's very powerful impact on this team, and unfortunately, I think we just got to look within ourselves, watch the tape, and when we watch the tape, be honest with ourselves. Are we protecting long enough?
Was that the first time you've seen a team play like the zone read, the RPOs, the way they did?
No, it's not my first time seeing that, but it's just it's different in game. Sometimes they weren't doing it. And then sometimes they were. So it's like, again, instinctual. It's all reaction.
Does this offense run a lot better when Miles Sanders is involved in the offensive running game?
Does this offense run better with Miles in?
Yeah, when they give him the ball.
Mate, it doesn't matter who's back there. We just worry about our job, and we make sure that whoever is back there knows which hole to hit it. I think we could have done much better could have done a lot better. Should have given him more time. A couple of times where I saw him rolling out and don't know why he was rolling out, but you watch the tape, you see it, and you're like, okay, we got to protect longer. So I think we just got to do our job as an offensive line. I think we battled to the very last drive, and I'm glad, I'm honored to play with these guys, honored to play with Jason Kelsey. It's unfortunate that we didn't win, but on to the next. That's all I can say. Watch the tape and on to the next.
After week one, it seemed like the vibes were so positive on the team. 4 losses in the last 5 games. How is sort of the general mood of the locker room?
I think it kind of helps that we have great veterans. We pick up the young guys and try and keep that positive energy still there. And sometimes, especially the day after a game, guys will come in and probably just gutted that we just lost the game, and it takes until we watch the film, we address the issues, and we face it head on, and then everybody has that flush it down the toilet. When you play bad, take a dump, you don't stare at it, flush it, and that's what we do. It's what we're coached to do, and so we're going to do it. Just got to keep playing that next play.
Couple more. Jordan, what was going through your mind when they were taking a pretty long time to review the interception that was overturned? You guys were on the field. What was the discussion like amongst the offensive players?
I'll be honest, I was just happy to get breathing time. That was my discussion, to be honest. I mean, again, the officiating is out of our hands. We don't worry about it. Whatever happens, happens. And if we get the ball back, we get the ball back. If we don't, all right, then next play. When it comes to officiating, we can't control that. But it was kind of nice to have some breathing time.
How are you feeling on the right side of the line? Is it feeling a little more natural?
Yeah, it's getting that, I guess, body mechanics down pat again. First outing in a long time last week. And, I'm glad to have played it again tonight, keep getting those same reps, and, keep battling.
Last one, guys. Do you view that as like a badge of honor that you got paid all this money to be sort of like the left tackle of the future, and they trust you to move over to that side and play well?
I mean, most of you guys know me. I've always put this team first. It's just something that Coach Stout has taught me. Whatever I can do for this team, I'll do it. And I'll do it to the best I can until the day I can't. So that's just something that my dad instilled in me as well. So, yeah, I mean, it's just what it is. It's all I know.
For their first 6 possessions, I think, road possessions. I mean, what happened after like the middle of the third quarter? Did you guys change the front a little bit? Did you change the look a little bit?
Yeah, I think we just settled in. Obviously we want to start fast. We got to do a lot better, obviously in the red zone in particular. But I think, we started mixing up a little bit more calls, try to work on our disguise a little bit, just to give him a different look, create some, indecision for Tom. I mean, he has a lot of experience seeing it all. But I think once we settled in, I mean, we started getting timely stops, and down that stretch, I mean, it helped, get our team back into the game. Turnovers obviously were huge. The one that we had by Ant, but I think a little early we were just unsettled. We weren't attacking, and I think we play better obviously when we're attacking and in control. I just players really, you know what I'm saying. I think we just need to get into a flow, and once we settled in, you saw us, look completely different. So we just have to build on that, man, and we can't put ourselves behind, especially when you play a good team like Tampa Bay, and that's style offense.
Rodney, you said you were mixing it up a little later and then using more disguise. Why weren't you guys doing that in the first half?
I think we were, but it wasn't more so blended. I would say, you had a couple people showing a little bit of rotation, but Tom, if he sees one guy, not necessarily some sort of, I guess, cohesiveness, then that'll be a tell for him. So that was big. It helped us, and it was effective later in the game.
3rd and 7 on the final drive, what happened?
Yeah, so we had a double on 81, something that, we went into the game and said we'll have it in our back pocket if we need to use it, and we felt it was a great time in that moment. Tom had been connecting with him pretty often, and we felt as though we need to take him away. And so myself and Marcus were on him on that play. Man, he just made a amazing play, honestly. Obviously, got outside of pocket through it, and great catch, man. But two great players, they have a great connection. But, myself, I got to be better in that play, put ourselves in position to get a stop right there and give our offense a chance to win the game.
You're kind of surprised they went for it on 4th and 1 a little bit earlier, and kind of how are you guys able to stop them there?
No, not surprised. When you have a Hall of Fame quarterback and you trust your offense, then in those situations, they play the odds, and so they were aggressive. They're an aggressive team, and it's helped them win a lot of games. And we stepped up to the challenge and got some stops when they went for it.
What did Nick say to you guys afterwards?
Man, it was disappointing. But honestly, for us, we're trying to look ahead, understanding that, man, at the end of the day, we hurt ourselves, in a lot of these games that we lost, including tonight. And so for us, it's just not beating ourselves, understanding that we have the ability, we have the talent to compete with anyone. Those are, what we consider in this league the best, Super Bowl champs. And so, we stood toe-to-toe, but we did fall short. But at the end of the day, let's hold our heads high, and let's just go back to work, get back to the grind.
You mentioned 81. You mentioned Antonio. Taking him away, you had that in the back pocket. You can't take everybody away. Did that change in game? Because they have so many playmakers. Evans, Godwin, was he the guy, or did that change sort of in game?
Honestly, yeah, like you said, they have great talent. All three receivers are very capable of taking over a game, but that was more specific to third down. Based on the stats, Antonio Brown was his favorite target on third down. So it was something that if we needed it, we would use it. And like I said, we thought it was a great time, and they just made a better play.
Was that in dime?
Oh.
Did you have 6 defensive backs out there on that play?
Yeah, dime. Yep. Yeah.
Rodney, it seems like a lot of the similar issues each week in the last few weeks, and then you guys are kind of in the game, but penalties, everything else. Do you think this is something of a young team, something maybe an issue where you guys are having where it's just growing pains? How would you kind of characterize the issues?
There's no excuse. I think we played enough games, and so, us being young isn't an excuse. We just have to play better. We have to execute better. And so when you play teams like, Tampa Bay, who are very smart, are just as talented, then those little things show up, and those little things matter. So we have to focus on those details, the execution, not hurting ourselves at times, whether it's the beginning of the game or late in the game. And so that will help us win a lot more games if we do those things right.
As a follow-up to that, Ronnie, and I don't mean to have you speak for someone else, but it's just the nature of the situation. The final drive there, it's down to a 6-point game. You guys have a 15-yard taunting penalty there. What's the reason these penalties keep happening? As the defensive captain, what's the message?
We just have to be smarter. That's all. I think we play this game with a lot of emotion and passion, and it's upsetting that we have to control it, to a certain degree. But we understand that this year they're going to make an emphasis on those type of calls, and so we just have to be better as players, control our emotions a little bit, a little more, and understand them. And in those situations, we just got to walk away and just get on to the next play.
Do you feel like teams are baiting you guys?
I don't think they're baiting. Honestly, I think I don't know. I think that was our first taunting call, I would say, if I recall.
I mean, from like the standpoint of, we saw a replay of Tom Brady kind of being a little bit extra aggressive with Derek Barnett, knowing that Derek has had some of those personal foul penalties. Like, they're trying to draw attention to that.
Yeah, I think teams do their homework as well, right? They do their report and they understand what guys, they possibly can draw fouls and get them out of character. So, like I said, we just have to understand that, be smarter, man. Play on the edge, live on the edge, but never hurt the team.
Touchdown drives were over 5 minutes, had 40 minutes in time of possession. How challenging or how frustrating is that, when you can't get off the field and giving up those long drives as a defense?
Yeah, it hurts, man, when another team wins the time of possession. I'm sure there's a direct correlation to wins, right? And so for us, we have to find ways to create more negative plays, I would say, more often. The times that we did that, we got off the field. We were effective. The times that we didn't, they extended drives. And like we talked about earlier, just being a smart team, penalties extend drives as well. But we have to just put that together and be more consistent. And if we do that, then we'll be fine.